I don't know what to say. Really. If you have questions, you can answer.
We'll talk about what it's like, when you come up with your ideas, and how do you come up with them, and then how do you start to go about putting it together, and how difficult is it for you to make a movie that's about Palestinian content, or even finding producers that will help you?
Look, my experience is the longest experience, where I started to make my first film, and it was the first Palestinian film shot in Palestine in 1918. It was the Fertile Memory. But before, I worked to the Belgium TV, and I make a few documentaries. And these documentaries helped me to understand the movie, but not only to understand Palestine, to understand the human experience, how to film this experience, and and to know that maybe my cinema will be far from the politician discourse, and I look for the spontaneity of the people. They live the occupation. The people, they need to talk or to tell their own history, and I discover in this time the poids,
The weight?
of the 48 trauma, and where my project, it was to humanize the Palestinian experience. What's mean humanize? It's just where to try to understand the human is back of the slogan or of the political concept, or from to give the people the possibility to take it the responsibility to tell their experience. And I find it something very important, the necessity to emancipate women. I think one of, from my first film, I tried to understand the defect in 48, how we lose Palestine, how it's arrived, why. Okay, we think that Israel is a strong state, perhaps, but the force of Israel became from our contradictions, our faiblesse, weakness, and and in this time, in the last of the 70s, in 980. I feel that I must talk about the women experience, and the Fertile Memory. It was a portrait of two women, and it was the first time we filmed with our eyes Palestine, and believe me, it was so beautiful to say, well, I have the camera and I can look to the Zaytun, if you want, not only to everything, to every details in our eyes, to listen to our story from, the women and the children and something like that. It's 30 years ago, it's a long time. We was so young. Yeah, but to be enjoyed, to feel that where we build and we found something. And I remember when I projected the film in Cannes, they asked me to put the film like a Belgian film, and I said no, it's Palestinian film. They said, yeah, but Palestine don't exist. I said, what? No, to me it exists. To you it not exist. What to do? I said, okay, we have a compromise. We will put it's a Belgian Palestinian film. And they accepted. And it was the first time in Cannes we put it, you know, the flag of Palestine and, well. Maybe now it is just a story, but in this time I remember the gendarmerie.
Like the police.
Yeah, the police called me in Belgium, because I live in Belgium. They asked me, how many person your delegation, Palestinian delegation? I said, I am alone with my, don't worry, and je suis souriant.
And I'm smiling.
And I smile all the time. This is my nature. And then in Cannes, I have 3 days bodyguards. I don't know why, but really. Well, well, there are many stories about that, because it was my first film, and the film won the first prize of first film, La Caméra d'Or, and they called me to ask me if I can come back to Cannes to receive the Caméra d'Or. I said, yeah, but I haven't money. Well, someone gave me money, friends, and I asked it to sleeping and something like that. But they give after the prize to a German film. I said, why? What happened? They said the American directors, Jewish American directors, ils menacent de se retirer.
Oh, they wanted.
Yeah,
they tried to withdraw. Yeah.
Okay, it's no problem, because I know in this time that we start a new page. We will have a Palestinian cinema, and it was my prize. Then you know, in all the 18s, I was alone, and when you are alone, you have all the critics, but not all the critics is hujum, attacks, yeah, and well, because I make it Wedding in Galilee, and Wedding in Galilee, I tried to say, yeah, but we was young, and where we need to see the beauty of Palestine. The beauty of Palestine is not only our body, our soul, our you know, we are a part of the human being. I think what we doing now, all my friends in the Palestinian cinema with you too, with you. So because we need you, and you have a big responsibility. You must see our films. You must help us. No, believe me, because without you we are nothing. Voilà, I forget what I want. Bon, c'est pas grave. It's no problem. It's no problem. No, well, with Wedding in Galilee, yeah, I tried, you know, with Fertile Memory, I tried to film the memory under the occupation. I make it another film, Malul, celebrate his defeat. It's about how we took this, the history under the occupation. With Wedding in Galilee, the joie,
happiness or joy.
Yeah, under the occupation.